Just a black screen. Yeah.
Black screen. Do you want a little timer in the corner?
No.
No timer? Okay.
No, we don't need to rush. We don't need to rush. It's okay. Is this, am I hearing myself on this TV?
No, it's from the speakers.
Okay. The title's not up though, right? Because now it's the black screen. Yeah, it's okay. Not right now. It's okay. Okay, let's have something up, please. The tribute, so that they know that it's not broken, that there's not just black screen up. Because I got people calling me saying, hey, what's going on? Can you put the title up, Ben? Something that just says tribute. Because it looks broken. Good morning, DP. This morning is 9/11, and we will be airing a special report about the memories of 9/11. And I wanted to give the teachers and the students an opportunity to process that and to think about whether that's something that you need to opt out of, whether it's something you need to put your head down for, or consider stepping out to the restroom because it might affect you in a personal way. These are tributes and recollections from teachers on this campus, and we will be going live to air in about 3 minutes. Please take this time to discuss and decide whether you are prepared to watch a video about 9/11. There are no graphic elements, but there are stories from teachers and administrators on campus of their memories of this event. Thank you.
52 here in New York. I'm Bryant Gumbel. We understand that there has been a plane crash on the southern tip of Manhattan. You're looking at the World Trade Center. We understand that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center. We don't know anything more than that.
Trade Center. Obviously a major fire there, and there has been some sort of explosion. We don't fully know the details.
It was my freshman year of high school. I remember coming down the stairs, and my mom was on the phone with my grandmother, and my mom was in tears.
I really turned on the TV before I left, but I remember turning on TV and seeing the first Trade Center tower on fire, and very shortly after that saw the plane crash into the second tower and drop my bowl of cereal on the ground.
The plane just hit. Right, oh my God, another plane has just hit. It hit another building, flew right into the middle of it. Explosion.
It was very frightening, not knowing if our country was under attack, what was going on, and the news couldn't give us that much information.
I was in 6th grade, and I was in Mr. J's history class. He told us to take out our notebooks and we had to write something down. So I had my orange gel pen and my notebook, and he told us that 2 planes had hit the World Trade Center, and that this was the biggest attack on America since Pearl Harbor, and he made it seem very historical.
Evacuations all across the East Coast had begun in the tallest buildings on the East Coast because they didn't know what was going to be hit next and why any of this was happening. And I ended up going to school, but it was kind of a ghost town.
Somebody ran down the hall and said, "Turn on the TVs, turn on the TVs." And we did. And that's what we did the entire rest of the day. Curriculum went out the window. We were all so incredibly with those people that were going through that.
And since I'm a teacher, when I came to school, of course, we watched the news constantly, and a lot of kids just didn't go to school. My kids did, and they came home very upset.
Most of the students did not know what was going on, had not seen the footage yet, did not know what was happening, but most of the adults on this campus did know, and we all had this really blank look on our faces about what do we do today? How do we do this? A lot of people didn't come up to work.
Mrs. M, our teacher, was just crying. Her eyes were red, and she was really upset, and she told us what had happened. And when we heard her say that, like we all kind of realized how serious this was.
You in shock over how this could happen, in shock at the loss of life, just shock.
It really was an eye-opening thing that America for a long time, especially young people, didn't feel like they needed to know about the rest of the world. And I would say that day, more than anything else, emphasized to me how important it is for everybody in this world to understand and know history.
I would say talking to people. I think that part of the reason 9/11 happened is because people stopped talking to people who were different, and that can lead down over years and decades and centuries tragic and devastating things.
At first, people were mad at the people that did it, and we talked about it, and we got past the anger and started working together for the people who were trying to save the people that were impacted.
A fireman's boot, and we filled it with coin and change, and we raised money that we ended up sending to New York as a school.
And now it is just trying to do my best to remember the lives who were lost, but also the heroes who saved so many lives that day and the days and weeks after in pulling rubble off of buildings to find people who had survived, who had, made it.
9/11 is a day I can never forget.
It was a day that I'll never forget, especially seeing my mom cry and seeing my teachers cry, it was a big day, and I'll never forget that day.
But it was a day I'll never forget, that's for sure.